Hi everyone. Sorry that I've been gone. School has been kind of a mess, not gonna lie. So with that being said, I would just like to say that I'm sorry for being gone so long and that I would like to show you my corner because I haven't shown you since I moved it around. I haven't even showed you that I moved it around. So Well, I'm going to go ahead and show you. That way, it's not, so you're not left out in the dark. So, so let's start with how it looks. This bookshelf over here used to be over this way, but there's my big, this is like my big bookshelf right here. Then this is my little smaller shelf, obviously. But okay, then we're gonna go to by each shelf. So we have the cheat sheet, the cheat sheet by Sarah Adams, the right move by Liz Tom Ford, If We Ever Meet Again by Anna Huang, If the Sun Never Sets, Anna Huang, If Love Had a Price, If We Were Perfect, Twisted Love, Twisted Games, Twisted Hate, Twisted Lies, King of Wrath, King of Pride, King of Greed, King of Sloth, and then the Striker, all by Anna Huang. And then we have Chloe Walsh, which is Binding 13, Keeping 13, Saving 6, Redeeming 6, and Taming 7. Then we have Cheryl Lee, which is Fake Dates and Mooncakes, which that little book is it is a little sapphic romance, and it's really cute, by the way. Hold on. And then, oh my god, if it would go into it. Thank you. But then the last book on this shelf is Nine Perfect Strangers by Leanne Moritary. I got that book for my birthday, which was not too long ago. And then these little trinkets, like this little bear, and then this little flower basket is all from my mom. And then we have Something Wilder, Done and Dusted, Swift and Saddled, Off to the Races, a photo finish, Flawless, or hold on. Something Wilder by Christina Lauren, Done and Dusted, Swift and Saddled, both by Lila Sage, Off to the Races, a photo finish, Flawless, Heartless, Powerless, Reckless, Hopeless, Wild Love, Wild Eyes, and Wild Side, all by Elsie Silver. Then we have Alive and Wells by Bailey Hannah. And then we have Throttled, Collided, Wrecked, Redeemed, The Fine Print, Terms and Conditions, and then Final Offer. Then we have Loved Redesigned, Love Unwritten, and The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which these obviously are by Lauren Asher, and then also these two are, if you haven't been on Book Talk or anything, then The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo is by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and then this one I bought on my own, which is a little Nezuko. But we have my little gnome statue thing, which is the little ceramic gnome that I went with one of my best friends to make. Or not make, but paint. But like I said, we have little Nezuko. And then we have some more trinkets that my mom got me, like this little butterfly, and then this little flower pot. And then as we go down, we have Ice Planet Barbarians by Ruby Dixon, Shatter Me by Tarafa Mafi. I'm sorry that I'm butchering her name. But then we have The Wall of Winnipeg and Me, which is by Mariana Zapata. Then we have Not in Love, Bride, Love Theoretically, Love on the Brain, and The Love Hypothesis, all by Ali Hazelwood. Then we have The Memory Thief by Lauren Mancy. Then we have 4 books that I found, like classic books that I found at one of our local thrift stores here. Then we have Rose and Bloom and Little Women, both by Louisa May Alcott. Then we have Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. We have Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, obviously. And then we have When Summer Ends by Jessica Pennington. We have Laveriel Spencer, November of the Heart, Hubert Sam by Dustin Thau. We have Reckless and Powerless, both by Lord Roberts. We have The Christie Affair, Get a Life, Chloe Brown. Another book that I got at our local thrift store as well, which is Insatiable by Meg Cabot. We have Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross, and then we have Hotel Magnifique by Emily J. Taylor. Then the candle is from one of my best friends, and then this, I just picked it up because it looked really cute. You know, it looks very cute. I don't know what it's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be like a brooch, but you know, can never be too sure. And then, but we have we have The Christmas Tree Farm by the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, and then The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by all 3 by Lori Gilmore. Then we have Addicted to You and Ricochet by Christina and Rebecca Ritchie. Then we have my little Sarah J. Maas collection, which is A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Mist and Fury, A Court of Wings and Ruin, A Court of Frost and Starlight, A Court of Silver Flames. And then we also have the first book of Crescent City, which is House of Earth and Blood. And then we have the Legacy of God series, which is God of Malice, God of Pain, God of Wrath. Did I say God of Malice? Yeah, I did. God of Malice, God of Pain, God of Wrath, God of Ruin, God of Fury, and God of War. My mom has God of Ruin right now. And then we have Icebreaker, Wildfire, and Daydream, all right there. But the Icebreaker, Wildfire, and Daydream back there are all by Hannah Grace. And then these ones right here are by Rena Kent. And then let's go down this way. We have If He Had Been With Me and If Only I Had Told Her by Laura Nowlin. And then we have Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. We have Pestilence, War, Famine, and Death by Laura Thassalasa. Then we have Caraval, Legendary and Finale by Stephanie Garber. We have Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. We have Butcher and Blackbird and Leather and Lark by Bryn Weaver. We have Hooked, Scar, and Scarred by Emily McIntyre. We have Hunting Adeline. One of my friends has Haunting Adeline. They're both by H.D. Carlton. We have Priest, which is by Sierra Simone. We have Winning Love by Abby Niles. We have Camera Shy by Kay Cove. Then we have Promises and Pomegranates and something back there. Vipers and Vitrosos, I think it is. Then we have Lights Out by Nevessa Allen. Then we have Dragonfall by L.R. Lamb. Pen Pal by J.T. Gessiger. Then we have Arrogant Bastard by Zara Cox. And then on my little shelf over here, we have my little lamp right here. Then we have my little TBR jar, which we'll get into that a little bit later. And then we have my little fake flower vases. And then we have the special edition of the fine print that I got for my birthday as well. That's also by Lauren Asher. And then we have my little record player that I don't play records on, but it's okay. I'm gonna get a few. We have Mile High by Liz Tom Ford, this is the first book to The Right Move, but I have it over here displayed. And then we have Deep End by Ali Hazelwood, which is the special edition. I guess you could call it a special edition. So now we're going to be moving down to this shelf right here, which we have Comfort and Joy by Kristen Hanna, My Fault by Mercedes Ron, Your Fault, Mercedes Ron, Our Fault, Mercedes Ron, The Spanish Love Deception and the American Roommate Experience by Elena Armaz, Love Light Farms, In the Weeds, Mixed Signals, and I also have one of the newest one, which is what's her thing called? I just had it. I have it over there. I'll show it to you in a second, even though you probably already know it. But then we have Rock Bottom Girl, Things We Never Got Over, and Things We Hide from the Light, all by Lucy Score. These are by B.K. Borison. We have How My Neighbor Stole Christmas by Megan Quinn. We have Secretly Yours and My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey. Tessa Bailey ain't really my cup of tea, but you know, it's okay. And then we have The Lightning Thief and The Sea of Monsters, the first two books of the Percy Jackson series, which is by Rick Riordan. And then we have The Last Dragon King, The Broken Elf King, The Ruthless Fae King, and then The Forbidden Wolf King, all by Lila Stone. Then we have The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. Then we have my little wax warmer, which is from Walmart, by the way. You can get this from Walmart. I got it for Christmas, but you know, it's okay. I think you can also get my a record player from Walmart and stuff like that. And so now we're going straight down to the next shelf, which is with Me Before You by Jojo Moyes, Collide by Bal Kahabra. I'm sorry for mispronouncing her name. The Kingmaker, Kennedy Ryan, People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry, A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon, The Bromance Book Club, Pucking Around, Partners in Crime by Alicia Rye, Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas, Forget Me Not by Julie Soto, This Summer Will Be Different, Carly Fortune, Hot Under His Collar by Andy J. Christopher. We have Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston, Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan, Shipwrecked by Olivia Dade. We have Pretty as a Picture by Elizabeth Little, The Girl He Used to Know by Tracy Garvis Graves. We have The Kiss Quotient, Helen Hoang. We have The Idea of You by Robin Lee, Unsteady by Peyton Corinne, Beyond the Wall, Tanya Landman, The Bodyguard, Catherine Center, Neon Gods by Katie Roberts, The Roommate, Rosie Dan. This is a manga, but it's My Hero Academia by Horikoshi. Then we have Home Sweet Christmas by Suzanne Mallory. Then we have Gothicana by Runix. Then we have all of my little granny books, which I'm not going to get into those. Ooh. But I'm not going to get into those because that's a lot of them. And, well, as you can see, there's a lot of them. But, as I said, we have B.K. Borison's newest book, which is First Time Caller, by the way, which I'm currently reading it. I haven't got that far into it. I just started at school today. But that is my bookshelf tour, by the way, and I hope that you liked it. Oh, I didn't tell you about the little trinkets. Okay. Anyway, it's okay. He'll be okay. I'll tell you another time. I'd like to thank you for watching, and I would like to shout out to my Wattpad account because I am currently working on my own book on Wattpad, but it's also going to be, I'm also making it into an actual book. I'm going to try to. But I'd like to thank you again for watching, and have a good night or day wherever you are from. Good night. Have safe travels, or have safe life. Not a safe life. Or yeah, safe life. Yes. But bye.